After you've defined the rules and expectations for substance use in your family, it's time to communicate them to your child or children. In order to help prevent substance use disorder, or any other unwanted behavior for that matter, expectations must be stated clearly. Let's take a minute to discuss how to lay out these expectations proactively and how to respond when rules are bent or broken. First, you must establish what you will and will not allow in your home. Define the consequences for breaking the rules. These must be clear and consistent. If there's a family history of addiction or mental health issues, I recommend starting these conversations with your children as early as age 3 to 5. A family counselor or a therapist can help you figure out how to use appropriate language with younger children. Open communication really is the key, and there are many ways to go about it. While some people may choose to call a formal family meeting, ideally you'd find everyday openings to talk about substance use. For example, you may see someone smoking a cigarette or drinking alcohol at a restaurant while out with your children. Or perhaps your family is watching a movie in which someone is using drugs. Maybe you hear about a celebrity in the news, someone your child would recognize who is struggling with substance use. Your child might even come to you with questions about any of these types of everyday examples. They are all perfect opportunities to talk about your expectations and the rationale behind them. These don't have to be overwhelming parenting decisions. Take advantage of the moment to reinforce your message. When you talk with your child, tell them why you're concerned about substance use. It's very important to talk with them, not at them. Create a conversation. Focus on building trust and safety while setting firm expectations. The best thing you can do as a parent is spend time with your child. This will build a stronger relationship. Be involved in their lives. Get to know their friends and their friends' families. Encourage them to join activities, find mentors, and take on responsibilities beyond the home and family. Of course, even if you do that, your child will still test limits. When that happens, it's important that you and your child's parenting team remain aligned. You'll need to follow through with the response you plan together as discussed in the previous lesson. Now, let's talk about the differences between punishment and following through on clearly stated consequences if your child breaks the household rules. As an addiction specialist who works with children and who's also a parent, I can tell you that punishment, like grounding your child, doesn't result in long-term behavior changes. Threats don't work. Instead, focus on responses that are respectful and empathetic. The most effective responses are those that reinforce the reasons why expectations are there in the first place. Here are some possible actions you can take instead of punishing your child. Ask your child to write a report on substance use. Might help them understand information from a source other than you, the parent. Talking and listening to people in recovery usually will bring about important and different perspectives. Talking to a therapist. Allow your kids to ask their own questions. This is a great opportunity that will encourage your child to be self-reflective. Remember, you are your child's parent, not their best friend. Kids need rules, boundaries, and support, but they also need someone who listens to and respects them. So it's important to balance rule setting with the ability to have open and honest discussions with your child. Addiction does not happen overnight, which is why you must communicate your expectations early, clearly, and often. You must hold those boundaries and follow through on the consequences when they are broken. By joining our platform and watching this video, you are already showing that you're willing to take positive actions toward prevention. Stick with it. We are always here to help.